Players and coaches always talk about a one game at a time approach. The last couple days, some of your players have acknowledged that you talk about the NCAAs. How do you balance the big picture and the one game at a time?
I mean, we've been talking about the NCAA since we got here last year. A lot of good that did us, but you want to have a program that's the goal of your team is to compete for a championship. So that's been our approach, but the obvious question is how do we handle a road game against the team we're supposed to be? If we can't take care of those challenges, we're wasting our time talking about going to the NCAA tournament.
Coach, what have you seen out of Nick Moore out of last month in particular?
I mean, he's getting better every day. It's not hard being a point guard, for me and the expectations we have for our guards. But he gets better every day. He competes hard. He's trying to do the right thing. It's obvious I don't think we'd be as successful as we've been without his contribution.
Are you saying being a point guard under Larry Brown is easy? Did I hear you say that?
No, I didn't say that.
Okay. Just want to clarify.
It's difficult. You can ask Eric Snow. The nice thing is you have Eric around, and Eric's heard all the stuff I'm telling Nick, and I think Eric's a pretty good buffer for me.
Coach, are you surprised how quickly you've had success here? I mean, just in your second season.
I don't look at it like that. I thought the team last year played well, and the kids got better. I thought we'd be better this year because we had a good, terrific recruiting class and good transfers, and I was hopeful that the players that played last year would improve. But we knew we were going in a tougher conference, so I didn't know if our record would reflect our improvement. But I'm not really worried about that right now. The goal is for us to be an elite program, and just got to keep building on that.
Well, at Kansas, you turned it, or you had a championship caliber pretty quickly. I mean, is that? But what do you credit to that type of success, especially at the college level? It seems like just within first few years you can get them.
When I went to Kansas, we had they had two losing seasons, but we had quality players there that Coach Owens had brought in, and we just try to coach them up and make the players better. And I think we had the same objective here. Matt left us some good players, but this is a great school, and it's in a great conference. It's a great city, and there's enough talent around here that if you do your job and get the quality kids, you can compete with anybody. Getting Keith was a big step for us, and Sterling and Ben, and now with Emmanuel coming, I don't see any reason why we can't be a great program.
How much do you think the venue can help? Or obviously, Poly Pavilion, Allenville House here. What is the venue a big selling point to you as well? Or?
Oh, it obviously helps. But if you don't have a good team, all you have is a beautiful building. But I'm happy about this because it turned out great. It didn't lose any of its charm. And the people that come to the games, can really be involved. It's been much better than I ever imagined. But the best part of that is, the students involved and the fans. We don't beat Connecticut, we don't beat Cincinnati without the support we got from our fans and our students. We got to build on that. We got to make this place, difficult for anybody to come in and play.
Anything else, guys?
You mentioned the fans and the impact they've had. Markus Kennedy was talking about Philadelphia fans being sort of a special kind of fan. You coached in Philadelphia. How are the fans in Philadelphia different than the fans you're creating here?
I don't know. They love basketball there. They might be a little bit more difficult on the visiting team. You know, Eagle fans, Sixers fans, you know, the Philly fans, they can get pretty demonstrative and say some things that maybe are a little hurtful, but they mean well. I love the fact that I was coaching there. I enjoyed that attitude. I mean, they were great for the home team. But the one thing that I think Marcus will probably tell you is it's a basketball city. You know, they got the Big Five there, they got the Sixers there, they got great high school basketball. So they're knowledgeable and appreciate good basketball.
Marcus was saying that he expects to get it maybe worse than the other teammates because he left one of those schools. He left Villanova to come down here. What kind of reaction do you expect to get?
I'm not really concerned. I love Philly. You know, I had a great time there. It's one of the highlights of my career, you know, being able to coach the Sixers. Until recently, I still lived there. I still have a house there. So I'm not concerned about that. And I think the Villanova fans might be upset with Marcus. I think all the other people would be pretty happy.